Do you struggle with hair that gets super oily the same day you wash it? Are you constantly fighting to have your hair hold style without being weighed down by excess oil? Are you unsure what's even causing your hair to be oily in the first place? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then keep watching. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll find some solutions to remedy your oily hair. Hey there, I'm Mo. I'm a hairstylist and Studio Suite owner in Central New York, sharing all things beauty and lifestyle here on the internet. And today we are talking about oily hair. Now, this is a question that I've seen pop up on a couple of my past videos, as well as just from conversations that I've had in the salon with clients. As somebody who has the polar opposite problem, I can't even imagine what it's like to struggle with having oily hair. I understand the frustration that I see with my clients and the hopeless feeling that they seem to have at times, trying to perfect their routine and figuring out how to keep their hair as not oily as possible for as long as possible. So as I say, the first step to solving a problem is accepting that you have one. But let's be honest, most of us don't really know how or why we got here in the first place. So I want to start off by talking about a few things that can cause oily hair. Things like hormonal changes, genetics, your hair type, overwashing, touching your hair a lot, brushing, stress, using the wrong products, or maybe you're using the right products but you're not using them correctly, treatments, poor diet, exercise, skin conditions, weather, scalp psoriasis, or even scalp yeast infections. If you believe that your oily scalp is health or medical related, please schedule an appointment with your healthcare provider or a dermatologist. It is super important with medical related issues that you seek help from a professional. They can run the proper tests and give you a proper diagnosis to what your issue may or may not be. And a health or medical related cause would be hormonal changes, skin conditions, or scalp related infections. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about a few tactical things you can start doing today to improve your hair and hopefully keep that oiliness at bay a little bit longer. The first and most important thing is to know what products or treatments that you should avoid using, especially if you have naturally oily hair. When styling your hair, it's best to avoid products like gels or waxes that can add to the oiliness of the hair. Shampoos and conditioners with sulfates should definitely not be used, as well as anything that is rich or super moisturizing or hydrating. That's just going to add more weight and moisture to the hair, and you do not need that. Mineral oils and phthalates will also add to your hair getting oily very quickly. So what should you be using? I always recommend for my more oily clients to utilize a scalp scrub once a week. That will help get rid of any excess oil. If there's a buildup, anything like that, it'll just get rid of that without stripping the hair and kind of give you like a nice reset. Think of when you exfoliate your face, how great that feels. We need to do that to our scalp once in a while. When it comes to products, think things more aerated, heat activated. You're gonna want to use more balms or mousses that don't add any extra weight, are super light, and when you add heat, they like dry into the hair, but don't necessarily dry the hair out. So what if my hair is giving me issues because of my genetics or my hair type? Well, you can't really fix genetics, unfortunately, and you can't necessarily halt the oil production process altogether, but there are easy things you can do to help prepare your hair and get the best longevity out of each wash and style, starting in the shower with your shampoo. I recommend the Way Detox Shampoo and then the corresponding conditioner that goes with your hair type. So if you have fine or thin hair, they're fine conditioner. If you have medium to thick hair, it's called thick conditioner. I don't know. The more heavy duty conditioner. Always double cleanse, just like we do with our face. Double cleansing is key to make sure we have a really good base to get started with the rest of our styling routine. Be sure you're rinsing your hair thoroughly. The biggest mistake you can make when you have naturally oily hair is not rinsing all of your products out, and then you're automatically triggering an oil response. And then it's gonna just feel extra sticky and slippery and gross. So make sure you're thoroughly rinsing your hair. If you have super thick hair, work in sections. I know it sucks, but that's what you gotta do. Keep little clips like this in the shower because I have really thick hair, and it helps with separating and getting all my like treatments and stuff on properly so that I'm doing what I need to do. So do that. Never bring your conditioner all the way up to your scalp. A common mistake that I'll hear when people tell me about their hair care routine is that they're bringing their conditioner all the way up to the root. Your conditioner does not need to go to the root of your hair. It just needs to go, I always say, tip the ears down. Even that's kind of generous. Some people you could probably start about here down, middle of the ear, bottom of the ear down, depending on the length of your hair. So we're all washed, we're clean. The next thing, and I know you're probably gonna hate this if you are someone who just loves to wash and go, but if you're truly struggling with oily hair and not being able to get through a single day without looking like you got rained on when you've been inside all day, you need to dry at least your roots as soon as you start styling your hair. Do not let your hair air dry, basically, is what I'm saying. So when you blow dry your hair, it's just allowing the area to just fully be dry, and then it'll actually slow the oil production process. Also, once it's dry, spray some dry shampoo in there day one. It'll automatically absorb any oil that it starts to produce. It'll at least give you a full day with that blowout, and then maybe even day two. And then, you know, you can do a messy ponytail or something and then wash it and start over again. But it'll at least get you to an every other day wash cycle, which would be nice because leading me to my next thing to troubleshoot, most people with oily hair, I understand. You end up washing your hair every day because it looks oily by the end of the day. However, overwashing your hair could also be adding to the problem. So that is why I say get your good foundation in there with your proper shampoo and conditioner, and then be sure to blow dry your hair, spray some dry shampoo at the root day one. You may also have to make some lifestyle changes. Are you someone who works out a lot? That could also be why your hair gets greasy very quickly. Even if you want to maintain your workout schedule, use dry shampoo before you go to the gym. Maybe use it after. I live and die by the Living Proof Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. If you are a gym girly, that is a lifesaver. I have done the stair stepper, left the gym but soaked, and I had time to like do a whole wash reset. Sprayed some of that in after the gym, let it sit in, brushed my hair, style it, did some like rough curls that day just to look somewhat put together. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Love, best product ever. And then maybe touch your hair a lot. If you have that nervous habit of like constantly running your hands, our hands have so much oil on them naturally, and then you're just putting that in your hair. Our hands are filthy. Our hands touch so many things in a day. Like, think of everything you've touched so far today. Yeah, gross, right? And obviously, like, we're not washing our hands after we touch every little thing around us. The oils in your fingers, you're just spreading that through your hair, and then it's adding to the problem. So how do we break this habit? We have to get you a fidget toy. You'll have to find something for you to do to occupy your hands until you break the habit of constantly doing that. And that may be different for everybody, so find what'll work for you. Maybe you gotta carry something around. I'm like a nervous tapper sometimes, so what I do now is I'll carry my comfort water bottle around with me, so I have something to do with my hands, or I'll keep my phone in my hands so that I just have something to do with my hands while I'm like talking to people, doing things, whatever. Once you have your new products and you're trying your new routine, the goal will be to just get you on an every other day wash cycle. Now, there is nothing wrong with washing your hair every day if it needs it, but majority of us don't need to wash our hair every single day. I'm not someone who preaches to, oh, you should only wash your hair once a week, or you should only, I just think the standard for everybody should be every other day. This is perfect. If you can go longer, cool. If you can't, cool. But daily washing is just going to keep the vicious cycle of your overproduction of oil going. Maybe stress has been causing your hair to be extra oily. I know I'm someone who, when I get stressed out, I get acne breakouts, and sometimes I like pull my hair a little bit, not full on pull it out, but like out until, you know, a lot of the shedded pieces come out. So maybe you start your day with some breath work. This is something I've slowly been incorporating into my days. And honestly, what I'll do is get ready for the morning, and then I'll go to YouTube and just put in 10-minute breath work video. And then I'll either stand in my bathroom or go sit in my living room and do a 10-minute breath work just to center myself and set my day for success. Maybe this is stretching or doing yoga in the evening before you go to bed. Maybe you take some downtime in the day and like read a book or journal. I know these are all like really crunchy things, but whatever you can do to de-stress throughout the day is just gonna help you. Exercise and weather, like the time of year it is, can also contribute to over oil production. If it's hot out and you're sweating, obviously your hair is gonna be a little more oily. Maybe our workaround for this is incorporating dry shampoo. Maybe instead of washing our hair every day, we incorporate, you know, a fun up style on the days where our hair is just like too oily to do anything. A slick back ponytail and bun are like so trendy right now. Why not take advantage of the fact that your hair is already oily and just do a little, make it look cute. Be adventurous, nothing's wrong with that. You don't have to wear your hair the same way every single day. Brushing. The biggest culprit to a lot of scalp and hair issues that I will see is that we are not replacing our brushes. And that maybe this is where we've all failed you as hairstylists, but you should replace your hairbrush every 6 to 12 months. Think about it. When's the last time you got a new hairbrush? Yeah, if you can't remember, you definitely need to pause this video, go to Target right now and go get a new one. Not only will replacing your brush regularly help, but also making sure to clean the shedded hair out of it and just making sure there's no hair product debris or anything in it. Now, on the day-to-day to keep it clean, we just want to make sure we're removing any of the shedded hair out of it. You don't want that to sit in there and build up. Think about it. It's old hair that's possibly dirty. Maybe it's clean. Maybe you just wash your hair, but when it's packing on and packing on and packing on, that's collecting dirt and gross and bacteria, and then you're brushing it back through your clean hair. We don't want that. As soon as you brush it, get in the habit of just taking the hair out and throwing it. I'm gonna put a brush here that I really like because it makes it super easy to do that. It's from that girl that did your hair. I love. If you haven't checked that brand out, remove the hair. If you don't want to spring for this brush, I understand it's a little pricey, but it's such a good one. You could also always spring for a brush rake like this. Be sure to use it to just remove everything out of your brush after you use it. And then get in the habit of a bi-weekly or once a month deep clean. I have a link down below of how I do that. And honestly, if you want like a whole separate tutorial on how I clean all my brushes, I could do that too. Now, your diet could be a cause to why you are experiencing oily hair, and that's for a number of reasons. Diets that are made up of junk food or super spicy food lacks the essential nutrients that your hair needs and can result in your scalp getting oilier over time. Fried foods, dairy, poultry, fish, meat, and sugar, when had in excessive amounts, can trigger an oily scalp, so consume them in light amounts. And actually, I put together a hair care guide that has an entire section all about diet and your hair. So if you want to check that out, it is linked down below, and definitely grab yourself a copy. You just want to make sure you're eating a well-balanced diet and drinking plenty of water, and your hair and skin will thank you. So if you've been struggling with oily hair, I hope you found this video helpful. Maybe you got some ideas to take the first step towards working on improving your overall hair quality instead of suffering in silence. What tip surprised you the most? Which step are you going to take first? Like with everything, remember to incorporate each thing one at a time. Don't do a whole overhaul all at once. Be consistent with one thing before you move to the next, and then monitor your progress. I hope you found this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you want to see more in the future, click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.